Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jason. It is a Saturday, the October 3rd, 80 degrees out, and I wish it was a little bit cooler, but figured get out for a nice weekend night. Plan on taking the Mount Frissell trailhead over to Brassie Mountain, and from there we will cross this road that I'm currently parked on, and we'll head out to the Brassie Brook shelter, and then tomorrow hit up Bear Mountain and go down the backside of Bear Mountain, which is pretty treacherous, back over to the truck. So about 8 miles round trip. Supposed to be in the 50s tonight, which is, I don't know, I wish it was a little bit cooler, but whatever. I'll take it. Bugs are out. People are out too. If you can see all the cars all around lined up. So anyways, won't be alone on the trail, and I'll see you out there. All right, let's put on the pack and get going. One mile to Mount Frissell summit. And they love warning you about these snakes. Ugh. Biggest fear on the trail, snakes. Hopefully we don't see any. The ride in was pretty gnarly for the last 5.5 miles. It was on an unpaved, skinny dirt road. Past 2 cars coming in, and had to kind of back up and pull over to the side as best I could to let somebody get through. Beat up the truck pretty good with that one. Leaves are falling up here and changing colors too. Pretty. That's why I kind of wanted to get out this weekend before they all start falling off. Hopefully when we get to the top we can see some colors. All right, start of the steep ascent. We're only about 0.2 in, but here we go uphill. All right, that there is Bear Mountain in Connecticut. Destination for tomorrow morning. Cool. And still heading upwards. Oh, we climbed a little bit more. Another spot up here. Let's see. Oh yeah, sweetness. So that's Bear Mountain over there. Spin you around. That's Brassie Mountain. Maybe hitting that today. And right there's Mount Frissell. That's where I'm heading now. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but right there's some rocks. That is where the trail goes up Mount Frissell, right in the middle there. Let's see. Yeah, right in the middle there is where the trail goes to. Gotta go up those rocks. Forgot to mention that this is an 8-mile loop trail, so no backtracking on this hike. Prefer those over the out and backs, but sometimes you can't avoid it. So that's cool. But right now I'm at the base of my uphill climb, heading up for the final approach to Frissell. So see you at the top. Still heading up. Whew. This is the part here when we were on the other lookout, the other bump. This is the rock slab that you were able to see from there. So still going up that. Top is not too far away. Don't forget to look behind you, people. It's Bear Mountain in the background. Still heading upwards, but pretty. Seems less steep, and I hear people at the top too. All right, made it to the top. There is no view from the top here, but there will be down a little bit more. This trail, I believe, goes to a ammo box for you to sign in. Yep. Mount Frissell Summit Register. You can sign in there. I did it before. But gotta go back down the trail where I just came a little bit and head south. And I think there's better views on that side. Might as well sign in, right? All right. Pretty. Got some people ahead of me too. Heading towards the tri-corner plaque for the Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New York border, all in one. This is the kind of area I'm on the lookout for snakes. Tight trail. Just hoping if there's going to be one, it rattles at me. I hate this. I don't mind it in the fall, later fall and winter, but not when it's this warm out for them to still be trying to get sun. Hey, snaky, snaky, snaky. Hey, snaky, snaky, snake. Hey, that works, right? Oh, shoot. Check this out. Got a paraglider out there. Cool. Let's see if I can zoom in. He's right in the wind over there. Sweet. That's Brace Mountain. Mount Brace. That's cool. I came out to this rock slab here. Oh, there's the paraglider again. Making it super shaky. That is cool though. And in the very back, you can see the mountains. I believe those are the Catskills in New York. Very cool. That's got to be fun. I wouldn't do it, but it's got to be fun. And look at those mountains back there. Huge. I wonder if those are the Adirondack high peaks. I'm not sure. But those are some real mountains out there. Here we go. The tri-corner plaque. It's all faded off, but that's just obviously CT. Over here, Mass. 1898 in New York. So that's the old one, and right next to it is what actually is on here. It says real one, and you can tell, yeah, this one's a bit older, so they've replaced it. Very cool though. So I started my hike in Connecticut, went over, crossed over into Massachusetts for Mount Frissell. I'm now hiking in New York. I'm on the back side of Frissell going over towards Mount Brace. Still undecided if I'm going to go up or not. We'll see when I get there. And then have to cross back into Connecticut, where I'll be staying on the Appalachian Trail, most likely at the Brassie shelter, Brassie Brook shelter. But we'll see. Part of the adventure is not really knowing where you're going or what you're going to do. All right, came to this trail junction, Ashley Hill Trail. Not sure where that goes. Mount Frissell Trail continues this way. That's where I want to keep heading. But last time I came here once before, and I went down this trail. It is so overgrown. It is now, and was. I don't even believe it's a trail anymore, because the All Trails map doesn't reflect that it's a trail. But when I did this a couple of years ago, it did reflect a trail that cut across, kind of cut off a portion of the Frissell Trail loop, made it a little bit shorter, but it was all rhododendrons like this. You're pushing your way through. I fell a few times because it trips you up, and it's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that again. So I'm gonna head up here. This is the way to go. Makes it a little bit longer, I think, about around a half mile or so. Ends up at the same spot, but again, I don't believe that's a trail anymore because the All Trails map doesn't reflect it. And this should bring me over to Brace Mountain Trailhead. Just ran into a couple guys who were they were looking for Sage's Ravine. This is a beautiful area to stay at also. Just let them know, hey, they're about 2 miles away from there. I've stayed there once before, but that's on my list of to-dos again. Real cool. It's at the bottom of the back side, the difficult side of Bear Mountain. If I go over Bear Mountain tomorrow, I'll point it out to you. But it's right over there. Oh, pick up your feet, Jay. Walking and talking on camera is not a cool thing. All right, looks like I came to an intersection here. I don't know where this goes. It also looks like some nice views possibly out here. Oh, even better. We got the paragliders out here. Two of them. Check this out. Oh, it's Mount Brace. And there's a flag up there. I got to go tag that then. Shorter distance than I thought. Man, this turned out to be a cool trail. So we are going to 0.4 to Brace Mountain. All right. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of trail entries over to the right. Okay, good deal. Onwards to Brace. All right, so I just noticed this sign says 0.4 miles to Brace Mountain this way. All right, so I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna go to Brace Mountain, 0.4. Oh wait, there's a sign here. Does that say Brace Mountain 1.6 or 0.6? I'm guessing 0.6. If that other one said 0.4. So I'm gonna split the difference. It's a half mile to Brace Mountain. I can see it right here. Well, I came to a four-way intersection here. And there's no real signs telling me where to go. But I just consulted all trails because I do have service here. So we're gonna head down that way to Brace. And then we're gonna head down that way towards the road, across the road, to the bottom side of Bear Mountain, the south side of Bear Mountain, over to Brassie Brook will be the way I'll go that way. So, but first, let's head on down the trail to, what is it? Brace Mountain. All right, we're near on the top here. All right, it's a windsock. Probably helpful for the paragliders who probably jump right off of here. Yeah, they launch off here, I guarantee it. Cool. Spin you around. That's probably right where they run off. This is nice. And I don't even know if it was 0.4 up here. Gradual climb. Not bad at all. Pretty. All right. There's Mount Frissell. I just came off of there. So Mount Frissell, I'm gonna be going back down this way, over to Bear. Oh, you can see Greylock in the far distance there. It's Mount Greylock at the very back, right before you get into Vermont on the Appalachian Trail. Tell you, I'm digging this area. So this is kind of like the type of trail that I have remaining. I think I followed something like this for nearly a mile. All the ferns are dying off. Cool orange. I've been on this road for quite a while now. So I think we'll be coming to the main dirt road that brought me in here very soon. And I'll have to take that just a little ways down to cross over. These ferns are cool. Both sides. Sweet. Here, running water. First water I've seen all day on trail. Gives me hope that it'll be flowing over at the Brassie Brook shelter, because that's usually a pretty decent water source. All right, I see a gateway out there. Let's see if that's towards the road. There's actually a gate before that, little turnoff before that other gate. I'm gonna check this one out first. Go through here. Yeah, there's cars here, so I'm assuming it's gonna be the road. All right, so we found the road that I drove in on. I came in from that way. Now I have to walk the road a bit this way till I see the Bear Mountain Trail. So I drove in on this road. It was brutal in parts, like super narrow. Right here is not bad. It was super narrow in parts. 5.5 miles on this dirt road, rugged dirt road. Not sure if I'm going to backtrack tomorrow on the same road or the same direction, or if I'm going to head towards Massachusetts, because I think the road in this shape is shorter going into Massachusetts, and then hitting pavement quicker, because it was tough. If cars are coming, and it happened to me twice, I had to back up and find a part to kind of maneuver off to the side. Sketchy because there's ditches too. So I just know from my house in Connecticut, it was just a shorter route, but I didn't know the length of me being on this road, this type of road, for 5.5 miles. Something to think about. I feel like I've been on this road forever. Well, if you stand still, the gnats are crazy right now. Finally came to the Bear Mountain trailhead. My truck is parked down that way, about a half mile. But we turn in here, 3 cars here. Bear Mountain Trail. All right. Back into the woods we go. Much better than those road walks I just did. All right, I believe we are coming to the junction now. Bear Mountain Summit up that way. Just came from over there. There's the summit. So we're gonna turn around, we're going this way. Heading towards Brassie Brook Shelter. All right, here we are. Came to the Rigger Junction sign. Brassie Brook Shelter is a half mile from here. Bear Mountain Summit, where I just came that area, 0.9. Probably hit that in the morning. So let's head on down to Brassie Brook Shelter. I did this trail in the winter time with snow on it after climbing Bear Mountain. Check out that video if you want to. I stayed at the Rigger Shelter then, but then this one I'm going to be staying at the Brassie Brook Shelter. But I was following either coyote or fox footprints in the snow all the way down. It's like 2 miles, I believe, to Rigger Shelter. Only half mile to Brassie, but the whole time there was either fox or coyote prints just following in the snow. They're walking on the trail too. It was cool. Just following this green tunnel. Mountain laurels, I believe. Yeah, they have probably a mix of rhododendrons and mountain laurels. Some of them have buds on them. I don't know if those are for leaves or flowers, but October 3rd, 2025. No flowers right now. Though it feels like summertime. 80 degrees today. Coming to a bridge. Oh, they replaced one of these boards because it was rotted out this winter. Nice. Brand new boards. Thank you, trail maintainers. And totally missed it because I was looking at the boards. You're at flowing water. And I'm right by the Brassie Brook shelter. Bear box. Brassie Brook shelter. Nobody here yet, at least in the shelter. Picnic table here. Cool shelter. And down here is the privy. It's a nice one. Ooh. Now, standard privy and staring right at the shelter, but everybody knows you're going to the bathroom. Right there. So let's try to find home. 2 trees. I need 2 trees. Doesn't look good here for trees. Let's come down here. Site number 5, this says. Nice spot for a tent. Dang. This is a problem you run into. Don't see trees here that are useful. Shame, because that's a nice spot. I keep hearing some loud things in the woods over there. Probably the squirrels getting their nuts. Slim pickings for trees to hang from. All right, I might have my spot right here. This is site number 2. It's got a tent platform or tent spot. Again, no trees to hang from. But I think I can make this tree and that tree work. Let's look up, make sure there's no widowmakers. I don't see anything. All right, I think I'm gonna call this home. I'll try to make it home. All right, there it is. Got this side pulled down with the tarp. Lots of space in here because I have it in porch mode over here with the trekking poles. I can still close the sides, you know, if there's any wind or anything like that, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad temperature wise tonight. So yeah, pretty cool. And from here, I think I'm gonna run down and grab some water so I can set up my chair and just chill for the rest of the time. All right, make me some dinner. Let's see what we're gonna have. All right. So the meal of choice today is gonna be chicken fried rice from Mountain House and a packet of soy sauce. 600 calories, 1.5 cups of boiling water. So let's get that going. Stomach is gurgling. Get food in the belly. Don't spill water on your knee like I just did. Mountain House, they always say to put too much water for me. So I'm gonna go under 1.5 cups. Slightly. All right, let's go. It looks pretty good. Got some eggs in there, which I typically don't like from Mountain House, but we'll see how that goes. It looks pretty good. Some veggies. Chicken, obviously, and rice. And I think what's going to put it over the top is going to be that packet of soy sauce. All right, we got some boiling water. Stir you up. Let you sit. All right, let's check out the chicken fried rice here. See how it came out. Not too bad. It looks pretty tasty. Let's give it a try. I added the soy sauce already also. Those eggs, they get me every time. Those Mountain House eggs are absolutely disgusting. Let me get a bite without the egg. That was better. I'm gonna have to pick through these eggs. They're horrible, and I like eggs, but these Mountain House eggs are gross. So I'll eat this by picking through the eggs and see where the night goes. Here's camp. 7:30. And I got a small fire going in the same spot that somebody else has already had a fire. This is already pre-set up. So I'll keep it low and enjoy this for a while. And I'll make sure it's out when I go to bed. And I'll enjoy some Pinot Noir. It's beautiful out right now. somewhere in the 50s, I'm sure. It's cooling off. The bugs are now gone. Acorns continue to fall from the trees. Moon's big and bright tonight. All right, let's mosey on down to the bear box and drop off our smelly stuff. A lot of trails in here. I'm not exactly sure what's the most direct route to it, but I know this is a group site. Ooh. I'll walk into that. Shelter's over here. Nobody's in it. So that means bear box is over this way. Here it is. And I'll lock it up. See you in the morning. Check out the shelter at night. Nobody in here. I might have to hit this up in the winter time. I mean, it's pretty new. I think it was put together a couple years ago. Two years ago, I think. Very nice. And then you got the big moon up there. It's gotta be almost a full moon. Not quite, but almost. And let's see, if I block my light, you can see my light in the woods over there where I'm staying at. So that's my beacon. Pretty. My camp. Little fire. Nothing big. Nice. Yeah, nothing big, but enjoying myself here. It is a bit windy here, so I am closing up the sides of it, stop the wind. I'm gonna keep it in porch mode. But yeah, it's a little bit breezy, and it is cool out, so I think I'll be fine inside of it, my hammock, but the wind's coming from the angles that were open, so. I was getting cold out there, and almost instantly when I got into my hammock and put the fleece on, and I had my winter cover on, total warmth. So fantastic that I brought the fleece instead of the just the overnight the overquilt. So much better. Looking forward to a good night's sleep, and we'll check you in the morning. Good morning. 7 o'clock. It's a little chilly. Put this This is sun coming up outside of my hammock. It's chilly. I gotta check the temperature. Gotta get moving. Nice sunrise. This place doesn't really have any views. You can see the sun poking out there. "54 degrees. A little chilly, but I got my puffy jacket on and stuff. But time to start breaking down camp and heading down the trail. Time to get the food, the bear bag. All right, all packed up. Didn't leave anything. Good as new. We can head on out. Here's our water source from yesterday. You can tell nobody's been on this trail yet this morning because I'm doing the silk blazing on the cobwebs that are across the trail from the spiders. They're all going into my face. I always seem to be eye level, mouth level. So I got my trekking poles, kind of wave them in front of me, knock some of them down. All right, back at the rigger shelter, well, the rigger sign. .9 to Bear Mountain Summit. What do you say? Let's do it. That's the way I came yesterday. Now we're gonna go up to Bear Mountain. This isn't a horrible approach up to Bear Mountain. The backside's the worst, which will be going down. he goes. Came to this viewpoint about midway up Bear Mountain. Fog in the valley. And that mountain right there is Brassie Mountain. We were there yesterday. And further over to the right, obstructed by trees, is Frissell. We'll see that in a minute as I get higher. That's cool. Fog lifting. Came out to another viewpoint. Mount Brassie. And there's Frissell in the background. See the rock slabs we had to go up and across. I always love this tree right here. I don't know why, but it's cool. All right, let's get to the top. All right, we made it. This is Bear Mountain's rock tower here. This point marks the highest point in Connecticut, which isn't actually true anymore, or it never really was. Kind of where we started by Mount Frissell, the highest point's over that end. But they like to tout it that it is. And here we go. Bear Mountain, elevation 2316. Let's go check out the top. Not sure what that pipe is for. All right. Mount Everett in the back, Mount Race Mountain. Sage's Ravine isn't down there. Beautiful area. Love that. Love all those areas. View from the top of Bear Mountain in Connecticut. And it's all trees over here. Nice lake out there. Fog lifting. All right. Now time to head down the backside of Bear Mountain, which is it's rough. It's a rough descent, really steep. I'm sure the camera doesn't do it justice how steep this is. But it's pretty much straight downhill. You gotta watch your footing. Gotta get down there. Which way do you choose? Just had to butt scoot that. That's that section I had issues with in the winter. It's just gnarly. Slick rocks too. Rocks are like ice. All right, made it down the backside of Bear Mountain, the north side. So from here, it's pretty flat. And we head over towards the Sages Ravine area, not going down to it. And I gotta find the trail to take a left that takes me back towards my truck. All right, Washington Mountain Road parking. That's my destination. AT goes that way to Sages Ravine. Yeah. All right, let's go. Because I got a Gatorade in the truck that's calling my name right now. Really, I have one swig of water left. I think I have about a mile. So not bad. I hear flowing water. I don't see flowing water, but I hear flowing water. It's down there. If I was desperate, I'd go get some, but I'm close enough to the truck now. Actually, not too far up the trail from that bridge. The flowing water's right behind me. It's flowing pretty good too. So there's a cabin in this woods. Unlike the movie, I hope. AMC Northwest Camp by reservation only. Unless you have a registration card. Oh, I'm going to take a peek. Because what if I do want to reserve it at some point? I want to see it. Huh. Pretty cool. I mean, what's the harm of me going up there? But I don't know if anybody's staying there, so I won't. Well, they've got their own flowing water nearby too. Pretty cool. Map of the area. Oh, here's about the cabin. Pause it and read it if you want to. And what is this stuff? At first I thought these were tents. That's firewood for the cabin. And you can use these to bring your stuff in and out. Huh, pretty cool. Bring firewood by the wheelbarrow full. All right, everybody. I see the road right there. There's people at it, so I'm gonna end the video now. Great trip. Mount Frissell, Brassie Mountain. Hit the summits on both those. Great overnight camp over at Brassie Brook. and Bear Mountain this morning. So no complaints here. Beautiful weather, and hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, helps me out, and I'll see you on the next adventure.